Hi everyone, I haven't made a video in a really long time. I'm sorry about that. I've been pretty busy, mostly with the huge task of scraping all of the old paint off the hull, which took a really long time. It was very tough in places. That's finally done now and I'm actually back in the water. So in this video I'm going to share the footage I have from the work in the yard and also from Splashdown Day. The footage is a little bit patchy in places. I don't have footage of everything. Sometimes I just didn't really have the time to film, but I'll show you what I do have. So after weeks of scraping I finally got as much of the paint off as I could. It wasn't perfect, but I was running out of time, so I just in the end had to say okay, this is good enough. So when that was done I put on 2 coats of primer followed by 2 coats of anti-foul. I also anti-fouled the prop. Nick had some prop shield left over from doing his boats, so I used a flap wheel on a drill to get all the barnacles and things off the prop, and then Nick came along after work and helped me to put the prop shield on. It was dark when we did that, so I didn't bother trying to film. We also had our hands covered in grease, so probably wouldn't have ended well for my camera. And then it was time to go back in the water. My parents came down like they did for the haul out, which was really helpful to have somebody else there because it's always a very stressful time. The yard staff were really helpful. They lifted the boat up about an hour before I was due to go back in, so that I could paint underneath the stands. And they even helped to scrape off some of the old paint underneath, which was again very helpful. My dad also helped me paint the underneath of the keel. When that was done, it was time to go back in the water. I do now have a new motor controller, but it's not set up yet, so we did have to get a tow again, which was a little bit interesting because they had to put us into the water backwards and then tow us backwards part of the way, and then kind of let us drift for a while they turned the towboat around and then towed us forwards the rest of the way. Slightly nerve-wracking, but it was fine. We got safely back to the marina. I had a couple of blissful hours of just enjoying being back on the water, and then I found a leak, which was horrible and stressful. It was one of the anode bolts. My dad came to the rescue. He went back there and took the nuts off and wedged some extra Sikaflex in there and did it up really tight, and touch wood, the leak appears to have completely stopped, so thank God for that. It is my own fault. I rebedded the bolts because they turned when I took the old anode off. One of them was absolutely fine, the other one, clearly I didn't do a great job. I think I didn't put quite enough Sikaflex on, and also it was maybe not quite tight enough. So I was really annoyed with myself. I beat myself up a lot over it, but yeah, I'm trying to just realise that these things happen and all I can really do is learn from it and try to do better next time. There's not much point in giving myself a hard time over it. So now that that stress is over, I'm really enjoying being back on the water. I'm really looking forward to having the motor up and running as well. Sailing season is not too far away now. And also while I was in the yard I made a start on another project, which I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it's probably going to be the subject of my next video, so keep an eye out for that. And that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you next time.